Hello, today's Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024, and I am still Jason Shapiro with Crowded Market Report. Today, the stock market went up, and I got to say something. The stock market is going up, and it goes up when interest rates go up. It goes up when interest rates go down. It goes up on straw. It just goes up, okay? And the reason it goes up, forget about all that macro crap, all right? You have the perma bears out there that are remaining perma bearish. All right. I heard one of the perma bears today say, the higher the market goes, the more bearish I get. That sounds great to someone that doesn't know anything about markets. Okay. But it's the wrong way to do it. We want to be bullish markets that are going up and bearish markets that are going down. Anything else is fighting the tape. And we have to come up with a definition of what's going up and what's going down. But clearly, the stock market is going up here under any definition because it's basically at all-time highs, all right? You can't be shorting this market, all right? They say, oh, we haven't had a 2% down day in the S&P in how long? Well, we're not going to have one, if you ask me. They say every year there's a 10% pullback in the stock market. It ain't going to be this year. I don't think either one of those things is going to happen, at least until election day, all right? We could talk then. And it doesn't matter whether I'm right or wrong on that. I could be wrong on that, okay? I could top ticket right here. It doesn't matter. All right. The point is you don't short markets on all-time highs that all these people are bearish. Not only are the perma bears bearish, you're getting the bulls bearish here too, because it's overbought, it's overdone, it's extended, it's this, it's that, it's the other thing. You can tell me, well, how can nobody be bullish, Jason, if the market keeps going up? Deal with it. All right. Read it. I see it on Twitter all day. I see it on comments on my YouTube stuff. People are bearish and getting more bearish. All right. And that is not what a market top looks like. Okay. Whatever. Rant over. Let's get back onto the day. The stock market went up. All right. And the bond market went up a little bit. All right. And the dollar I thought was important today because the dollar ended up going down today. And what's most important to me is the Canadian dollar. And it just goes to show you on this Canadian dollar thing, for example, yesterday, the Canadian dollar was horrible, right? Looked like it was breaking down. My stop was like down here. Looked like my stop was going to be taken out soon enough, right? I don't do anything because I'm not good at path, right? I was upset that it was down so much yesterday out of nowhere. But you know what? Today it's right back up and it's actually up on the week now, right? So now it looks great. But it's neither one. Yesterday didn't look terrible as I thought it did. And today it doesn't look as great as I think it does. It's just a market. It goes up and down. And if I'm right against this low, I'm going to make money. And if I'm wrong against this low, I'm going to get stopped. It's just a trade. It's one trade. It's not going to have that big an effect. But having said that, today was a much better day for that. And the metals, which I don't like, also did not have a great day today. I mean, especially with the dollar down, gold was basically flat on the day. Silver was up a little bit, but has still been, remember, the dollar is very close to new highs here, right? And copper, which went up early in the day, came down and failed. I'm still waiting for copper to hopefully break down be below these support levels that it's been hitting for the last couple of weeks. And hopefully then we can get a liquidation of these longs. Don't know if it's going to happen. Still hoping that it will. Acts pretty good for that. You know, in the Canadian dollar, by the way, it was on the back of what were essentially weaker Canadian numbers and arguably stronger U.S. numbers. Should have been, in theory, a bullish dollar day today. Wasn't, right? And the stocks, again, tried to fail on the stronger number and then turned around and just ripped right back up because they don't go down, okay? And you can sit here and say, oh, Shapiro is FOMOing and all this and that, and so it must be a top. Be my guest. Okay. Short it. Fade me. Could work. Okay. Fading me is just as good as fading anybody else. But I'm telling you that most people, if you're fading what most people are doing right now, you're buying, not selling. Okay. Forget about the price, the psychology, the participation. It ain't there. All right. So anyway, a little bit excited today, but, it's just because, you know, and then you've got this other guy, you know, since I started doing these things and I got online and all that, I've been exposed to a few other people that do this that I had never known existed before. And quite a few of them are complete bozos. And I don't say that because, oh, they put on trades that lose money. Everybody puts on trades that lose money. Okay. You make some, you win some, you lose some. But the thinking behind what they're doing to me, that's what I consider myself, good at, right? Listening to the thinking and the logic behind that, because I have used that logic before and it got me nowhere but losing money. So now I hear these other guys using that same logic and I kind of feel like I know where they're going to go with that, which is losing money, right? And I talked a little bit about the other guy whose logic was the more the market goes up, the more bearish I get. But there's this other guy out there and his logic is I am short something, NVIDIA, for example, NVIDIA. And I have been short for a long time and I have been mega wrong. So therefore, NVIDIA is going to lose 70%. Why is NVIDIA going to lose 70%? NVIDIA is not going to lose 70%. Grow up. All right. It might have to lose 70% for you to get back in the money on your short. Okay. But it ain't happening. And it ain't happening just because you need it to. That is poor logic. All right. And this whole thing about, look, even the bulls are getting, somewhat cautious because of the whole breadth thing. I'm telling you, the breadth thing is going to flip the other way. All right. This is not going to solve until breadth gets better. It's not going to solve by the other things catching down. It's going to solve eventually by breadth getting better. And then these breadth bears, as I like to call them, can get bullish. And then maybe we can talk about a top. All right. But not until then. That's my feeling. Pretty jacked up today. I hope everybody has a good holiday and a good July 4th. And keep your head on, man. We want to be bullish markets going up, bearish markets going down. All right. Have a good one. Check us out, crowdedmarketreport.com. Check out our free Substack and enjoy. Thank you.